Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All right. Oh, it is just meant to be. The Jub Jub just went live. Same time I did. Evening, people. Episode number 38 million. We're going to draw. Boom. There we go. All right. Thursday, 9 p.m. here in Washington. Lovely, sunny Washington State. You won't hear me say that much, but. And last night we fleshed out the, what was it? Cheshire Cat. The Mineki Menudo Cheshire Cat. That's going to be part of the Alice series with the Red Queen painting we're all included, that I finished the other night. So the Red Queen was, we took her out of Wonderland. We put her in 1950s Reno, and she ended up just spending all her Social Security checks in a casino gambling. Poker, the devil's sauce. And so I knew I wanted to, the next one I was going to do was the Caterpillar as a sandwich artist from Subway, or a sandwich maker at a sub shop. Basically, with all his arms, obviously, he can make a sandwich in one fell swoop, so I thought that'd be a great job for him. And I wanted an idea for the Cheshire Cat, and one of our lovely viewers suggested one of the cats you see in the Chinese restaurant that sit around and go like that. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. So I went and there we go. All right, let's see here. And so I started fleshing it out, and I think the way I want to do it is to take actual fur. And it looks like it's either growing onto or just kind of breaking apart and sliding off of to show the plastic. I did move the arm over, so we're no longer going to be doing that. It's going to be this arm, which looks a little bit more balances better. There'll be a nice little gap here for that orchid to just kind of swoop around. The orchids, of course, they had to have eyeballs, random eyeballs. With me in the studio, always Sugar back here.
What up?
And, we decided I was going to put fish heads, and I drew this, and somebody's like, it looks like a turtle. Now it's a turtle. See how that works? The magic of chat. And so it's like some octopus tentacles, a turtle, and they're kind of lifting up this cat that's whoop, whoop, giving you good luck and whatnot. So another orchid up here, and then in the back, I'm going to do some sort of gate, and I'm thinking it may have to be like a gate flanked by mushrooms, and then maybe something like that, like a gold inlay, and then like we'll do a top of the gate here with some like really cool decorative hoo-ha, and I think that'll be a nice frame for everything. But we're going to do this first and see what it looks like, because I do kind of like the idea of it just floating, maybe with some like red and gold wallpaper behind it. So we'll get that going, and I think that'll be a nice frame for everything. All right, just wanted to check the volume, make sure my audio is okay. A few people were having trouble with it last night, but it wasn't my fault. Here's a cool sketch. Here's a sketch of the devil with his tongue and some acid butterflies and these legs coming out of his head. It just happened to fall on the floor, so I thought I'd show that off. Okay. So let's go. I've got basically a circle with the center marked off there. And I think that's where we're going to put the Cheshire. So I am going to start with, I'm going to flesh in his cute little button nose here. Nice little crooked offset heart nose. And, oh, where is that cat? Can you hand my reference over here? Yeah, there we go. So, and the idea is, like, I'm actually going to paint it up like the one we have in the studio here. Yes, we do actually have one here. This is no bullshit, so it sometimes works, and I'm probably shaking it too much, but but we're going to put it right here so it's on screen, giving us some good luck for this stream. Right next to the PBR.
Also giving us good luck.
Also giving me good luck. See, I've already killed 2 mosquitoes on my canvas, so those are blood streaks. I'll paint with just about damn near anything. So let's get these eyes fleshed in. So tonight we just want to get a really tight pencil sketch. Make sure everything's where it should be. And then it will be ink time. Brought to you by Holbein. And since it's kind of an Asian painting, hell yeah, a beautiful Japanese ink to do the inking. So there we go. Pleasure, pleasure. Must have opened a fresh jar of weed.
Yep. Double stuff.
Double stuff Oreo. Okay.
With this fucking app, it's not working with me today.
No.
No, it doesn't. That's why it's not the app. It's my fucking phone.
Oh, shnikes.
There we go.
We go high on this one. And then the cute little, my cheekbones are showing. Little lines underneath the eyeballs here. There we go. Nice. And of course we will add some eyelashes. Because every pretty kitty needs one. Or multiple eyelashes. I guess one would be kind of freaky and weird. The Egyptian eyelashless cat. Sugar's gonna be writing a tune for us.
Yeah, I was listening to the Facebook bar over the
Yep.
for like 4 hours, something like that.
A tune in the key of weed. Boop, 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 boop. An ice cold PBR tonight. We had coffee last night. I did get my sketch in for a very radical festival coming up that I can't tell you about. There we go. All right. I think, yeah, bring it down. And arm around. Nope. He is still laying on the floor from fainting.
recovering from the magnificence of what you just did.
Oh, you know it. It was a magnificent sketch. I'm gonna kind of get the kitty cat. There we go. Get that smile up there a little bit more. Oh yeah. I think I had like looked like the teeth was wrapping around his head, so we'll DJ Sugar's in the house. What up? And look at that awesome emote. Holy crap, how did he get, he's like behind me, but he's on the screen too, and it's just, holy shit. It is a wild day. That's right, beef up that viewership. All right. Oh, you know. So, pretty much out here. I'm just going to have fur running kind of. Get some weird little furries coming out of that side. Some furries! Yeah. Do. Last night's stream was absolutely amazing. Thank you everyone for, wow, that was just really cool. I was gone for a week and a half, so it was nice to be missed. You guys did act like complete junkies, so you do creep me out a little bit, but kidding. Let's see here. But we came up with a very cool idea. This painting is actually a culmination of many, many things thrown out into the into chat land. So very cool, and kind of get the collaborative juices flowing here with everybody that's watching. Okay. Get some hair going here. I think I'm going to make his stripes. There we go. Erase out that line. Little purple. Little purple, urple. Nurple. Lots of really cool other artists on. It's a good night to stream. Journeyman's on, pork is on. The heat is on. There we go. That's on too.
Oh, it's on the street.
It's on the street. Yeah. So.
Do you remember the late night show? It was probably from the 80s or early 90s, maybe both. Called Night Heat.
Night Heat.
And
was it on Skinamax?
It was on USA.
Oh, okay.
Not all night, like USA
Yeah.
or something like that. And the theme song was "In the Heat of the Night, I feel your heart beat, something ain't right."
Which is creepy if you can hear her heartbeat, but something's not right. I mean, it's like I put the pillow over your face, but it just didn't do the job. Like, what a creepy. There's a lot of creepy 80s songs.
It always ended with the detective guy in a bar playing saxophone.
Nice. He was like scoring the next Van Damme movie. You know? Dude, we were watching one of those, Silas and Matt and I, just chilling in our weekly hotel in San Diego when we first got there, and just had a case of beer, chilling, watching an old Van Damme movie, and they start panning up, you know, the city at night, and they're panning up the buildings, and I'm like, this is where like a saxophone should kick in, and right at that second, you know, I'm like, yes, I could write this shit. So if the art fails, I know where my ass is going. Down to the saxophone store.
Martial arts, fucking
soundtracks, yeah.
Movie soundtracks. Or just fucking.
I know nothing about movies or getting into that industry. I do not write music. But I'm pretty sure that the people that produced those movies and wrote that music are in the same boat.
Well, it's not even the people that produce the movie don't write the fucking music. They hire the person that writes.
Oh yeah, I mean producers
they
are.
just tell them what to do.
Money
I want
men.
a saxophone right here.
Yeah.
That's the incredible thing about, I mean, running a business even, you know, same kind of shit. It's like, yeah, to a certain extent you need to know what's going on, but as your business grows, you get so disconnected from the fucking details at some point. You know, like, especially like a movie, it's like,
Yeah.
producers don't have their fucking hands in every goddamn cookie jar.
No.
Even the directors don't.
They're just money men. Or a lot of them just get producer credit for being a friend of a friend, you know, and
Well, isn't executive producer is the money people, and producer is like.
it could be anything, I think, for people that help maybe find the script or, you know, and help whatever.
Well, that's what producers is. Like, there's executive producers more or less are the money people.
Yeah, I think
producers are the people that, like,
it's different from TV to movies, though.
get things going. Like, they find
Yeah.
the director, and they're like the person that basically gets the skeleton crew. And then there's, you know, then they have a million assistants and shit that do the rest.
Yeah. It's like in Subway, you know, like if some guy's standing there and doesn't know if he wants his meatball sandwich toasted, the producer would allow that Italian onion sandwich to jump line. And keep heading on down to the register.
That might actually be the director, not the producer.
Well, the director's like how to put the sandwich together right.
No,
It's got to look beautiful, 4 scoops of tuna.
Well, but a producer is at the home office.
Yeah. But
Callie,
if he was there.
If he was there, he'd be looking at the books in the back.
Yeah, right. Where can I skim? No.
He would not be fucking around.
No, he wouldn't be on the line. Where they are on line, yeah.
That's like shift supervisor type shit. That's like fucking key grip.
Yeah, right. Are you the boom operator?
Yeah, like.
Are you Boom Howard?
All right.
Dear God, Bobby, cocaine or propane, not cocaine. Yeah, because Hank Hill would be that flustered, you know.
Hank Hill even know what cocaine is?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
It's the devil's foot powder.
Foot powder?
It's like tough actin' tenactin for Satan. See, Hank Hill knows. My microphone, so I can look important, fell out of my ear.
You're trying to get your microphone out of your ear.
Yeah. Doesn't want to leave.
Who does?
My microphone? Yeah.
So the modular's on its way.
A modular? Oh, the modular is on its way. No. Okay, that's just someone driving by. Put a screen door on the studio today. One of those little magnetic curtain jobs, and I got to tell you, it's swanky. It is the height in hillbilly screen door technology. Real door? Fuck no. What you do is hang a fishing net across your front door.
Tape. That's enough.
All right. There we go.
Stop the music. Got distracted. Buy weed!
Yay. A weed distraction.
A weed distraction.
Yeah.
So,
a wee little distraction. The green banshee.
this a little bit grimy.
Yes. This one's called Tide Pod Eater. What? Moon Witch is now live. Oh, it's Thursday. Thought she was at 7:30 though.
She's changing it up.
Let's go rag on her for her punctuality. Okay. All right. Coming out here. Got our first orchid in, working on the second. Got the Cheshire in with the whoop whoop kind of arm and moving right along. Let's get the eyeball poking out of this juicy flower. There we go. All right, all right. Looks too like bat wing like. Get a. Yeah, so let's get. I'll do some kind of funky ones on this. There we go. All right. And this one will come down. Like that. Hatch fund. The wife is working. Sending me fundraiser information. Okay. Kitty likes to scratch. Yeah, I like overlapping. Whereas on the sketch there was a definite gap here between the orchids. I like them when they're kind of overlapping like that. And I think on this third one we kind of tucked it under, but we may do the same thing. Kind of the little one. You know me. I hate symmetry. It's bullocks. Oh, there's a new T-shirt. Symmetry is bollocks. Okay. What if I switched my category to like PUBG? Got it. What? Where's this level? Yeah, because we'll have the turtle mouth come out here. And I got a bitchin' turtle mouth pulled up, so I like it. And this fucker's eye is going to be cracked out. He's got, goes over the back, so this is more like a shell. I love how their mouths are just basically carved out of their skull. Well, I guess they are. Well, you know what I mean. It's like one weird looking. It almost looks like its teeth were just chiseled out of bone. And I'm sure if I stuck my finger in there, I'd find out just how right I am. It's pretty cool features. Dots of colors. Okay. And basically it has this weird little thing, and then it's a... You know what? In the name of detail, we'll even put its tongue in. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Excellent. Wayne. That thing really is just almost like a dagger on the bottom. There we go. There's earthquake lines like, I got anxiety. All right. Let's go ahead and get that other orchid in. Oh, that's right. This goes back there. That's the other flower. Just going to shadow that in for now. Let's make them. I like the wavy orchid petals. All right, so let's. We got the turtle. We got to see the feet. And let's see. Turtle. Just pulling up a couple reference photos here because accuracy is key. Turtle feet. They're yummy. And they're very just dinosaur-like. I like how they, yeah, kind of tucks under and Give him some Freddy Krueger nails. He's a big boy. There we go. Dig it. There we go. Yeah, maybe I could even put like that the turtle shell. There we go. So I'm gonna keep it within the pipe range, but we're just kind of fucking around here. I think I want to bring those out a little bit more because they're just like squiggly diggly things. All right. And then now I could probably come out with okay. There we go. Let's see here. You know, A lot of detail in this painting. A little more than norm. Little math and norm. Norm! So, and then I think we want to go, yeah, we'll just do like a little, everything's tucked under anyway, so we'll give the turtle his other foot. And I think we're going to do a tentacle here. Yeah. That seems pretty balanced. What up? There we go. I almost want to... Yeah, let's stick his tongue out. Heller! Heller Keller? What is happening? Nana. How are you this fine evening? Feast upon the fruits of your ideas. We're getting there. I'm taking this nice and slow to make sure I get it really tightened up, and I made an executive decision to make sure the turtle had its tongue stuck out. Because it kind of gives it that, you know, I'm coming to get you. There we go. I am super. Very good to hear. Very good to hear. Cheers to you. It's a PBR night. In fact, let's crack another. Beautiful. Loving how this is coming out. There's going to be an opportunity for a lot of detail and patterns, and super stoked on it. So, and we haven't even gotten to the top part of the background or any of that stuff. I was kind of screwing around with maybe some background ideas too, of maybe doing a mushrooms, like 2 mushrooms here to form like the Japanese gate or the Chinese restaurant gate. So we'll see. I have some gold paint too, so I thought maybe I'd use some gold, like kind of gold leaf type paint in the background and really give this original something to, you know. I'm working the robot tonight. Fuck this shit. Explain that. What's working the robot? I'm assuming that is a piece of machinery where you don't have to do anything that requires thought, or you just stand there and make sure the robot doesn't eat someone, or am I way off? Or is it a slang term that I am just too old to understand? Man, you work your ass off, though. Holy shit. I think you were, what are you saying, 12-hour shifts or something like that? I'm going to do the orchid over here. Get a little bit of one poking out just to kind of add a little robot welder. I just hate these parts. Yeah, I'm working 12 tonight, 16 tomorrow. Holy shit, man. You're a hero, though. I got to give you that. I like people that work hard. And that's who usually drinks PBR. My grandfather was a telephone lineman. PBR. And then my great-grandfather was a postmaster during the Great Depression. So cheers to you, and thank you for working so hard. We don't like lazy people. All right. So just the beginnings of a little orchid over here to kind of balance it out and kind of point. Because you got flowers shooting out this way, and he's waving, but if, it kind of gets you, and then it'll take your eye on up to the other orchid. And I know I had that orchid kind of poking out from behind. I do like the layered effect, but it does have the little doohickeys that hang down, so I think it was this, that, and then we did an offshoot. Yeah, it'll be cool. All right. Yeah, because if I hang it over that way, I can... Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start with the eyeball. Random eyeballs. All right. There we go. Whew. 16-hour shift. Jesus Christ. I mean, I could do that painting, no problem, but, where's the physical labor in what I do, Gotta reach and grab this beer. Fuck. I don't drink. I got me some people in my life I work very hard to... violent abuse, tobacco, I paid up bad habits from... Excellent. I cheers you on that as well, so... Yeah, I stopped drinking liquor on a regular basis a few years back because of I'm just getting older now, so my body is not processing it like it used to, and my biological father was a real alcoholic piece of shit, so far as I know. Thankfully, I didn't have to know him, but good on you, man, for sure. Nothing wrong with a little teetotaling. But beer, and beer's the only thing I do. I've believe it or not, never done drugs, and I've never smoked a cigarette, and I've never smoked weed, which clearly explains why one of my business partners is one of the biggest weed heads this side of the Mississippi. I like to surround myself with mystery. The unattainable. How does the other half live? Yeah, balance. There you go. And he doesn't drink, yeah. And yeah.
Speaking of weed,
and my wife does a little bit of both, so it's on a rare occasion. What did he say?
Everything in moderation.
He was that dickhead? Yeah. Oh, holy crap! We got everybody jumping in. Why do you do all the drugs? I don't drink because most of it's an acquired taste. Why don't I do drugs? Or is that what we're asking? Because I've never done drugs. I've never smoked a joint. I've never done heroin. I've never done acid. Everybody's like, oh, you got to do acid, man. It, like, opens doorways. And I'm like, I don't think I need any more doorways open. But, yeah. Drinking something I actually didn't do it till I was 21 too. I mean, my grandpa gave me a sip of beer when I was 5, and that was good enough for me for the next 15 and a half years. So, but then I ended up moving to New Orleans when I was 20, and I learned how to become quite a pro at drinking. So, yeah. Not much art got done in my 20s. But no, never done drugs. Never done drugs. Never done anything of the sort. I want this to be as pure as possible because I know my imagination is firing, more than ever. I mean, it only keeps, I think, getting better. And as I start to put ideas together and I grow wiser, and able to, one thing I am lucky is that I can, things can bang around inside my head and then I can put them together as a puzzle piece and go, oh, and like when we were talking last night about coming up with this design and just bringing stuff in real quick and knowing where it fit, that's something that I've learned more so because I've had clients that, I've had to come up with sketches on the fly for or whatnot. So definitely part of it imagination, and I've never really wanted to fuck with that. Like I said, a lot of people have said, why don't you try drugs? It'll open doorways. And I'm like, well, what if it shuts some? Not everybody's so lucky their first time, and
Some people are just too fucked up to begin with.
Yeah, and some people are just firing on all cylinders, like they should. And I had a buddy, my best friend since he was 19, died of a heroin overdose, and he got hooked and died within like 11 months. He wasn't no William Burroughs who did it for 60 years, or Al Jurgensen. I mean, some people just can't hang. So yeah, it wasn't on the agenda. And you know what? I was a broke artist. Where am I going to find the money for drugs? I'm sure. Well, yeah, that could have led down some dark paths, but nope. I'm quite happy with how I came to be in my art career right now. But once I'm 50 and I'm a success, and maybe I've made my millions, I'll go do everything. No. Nah. Nah. I don't have tattoos either. Yeah, I do want fast classic cars. That's my drug. That's what I want to get into. I want to learn about them. I want to buy a fuckload of them, and just, yeah, that'll be cool. I hate modern cars. I have a 2016 like SUV. It looks like an electric shaver. It's safe and seat 7 and is all, alcohol technically and legally is considered a drug. Yeah, but there's a I mean, if you say drugs, people aren't going to be like, oh, you mean like whiskey? I meant hard drugs, Look at that, another bug, another little bug. There's little bugs. Ellie Donnie, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the madness. Tonight we're working on the Cheshire Cat here, but it's one of these little dudes. Am I holding that up right? Oh, there's my OBS. I'm like, where the hell's my camera? So, thought I'd take the Cheshire Cat and turn him into this. Doing a whole series, pulling Wonderland out of the rabbit hole into our life. So the only job a Cheshire Cat could get is this Maneki cat, giving good luck to Chinese restaurants around the world. So, and we could even come up with a whole story. Maybe that's how he teleports. His smile transfers itself from restaurant to restaurant, and
That's really racist of you.
That's racist. All right, it's been giving luck to us too. You're right. It is racist to say that, two white guys in a studio can't get luck from a cat. That's what I meant. No. What the fuck? You got her. Oh, what you don't do, the LSD, what kind of artist are you? Oh, yeah, why don't I do LSD? What kind of artist am I? A successful one, a good one, Let me tell you how many druggy artists have made it. Very few. And if they did, or they had some measured amount of success, they were usually dead soon after, so. Happens a little bit more in the world of rock and roll, because I guess it's easier to hold on to a guitar than a paintbrush, but.
Well, there's a strap.
Yeah, you're right. There's a strap. There's no strap on my paintbrush. But
Get one.
yeah, right.
No, just one that's like around your hand,
Oh, a strap. Yeah,
so it never leaves your hand.
that would be miserable. No, that would be awesome. Yeah. Although I mean, I've known plenty of artists that do drugs and they come up with some pretty cool stuff. But I'll tell you right now, they're not. They're not real go-getters. They know how to paint, but they don't have the capacity to figure out like business or what they want to eat for breakfast. So don't rag on people. I don't rag on people that entertain themselves with narcotics or whatever. I mean, as long as they're not hurting people other than themselves. But at the same time, I mean, I've painted live at a lot of electronic music shows, and like, I mean, drugs today are scary. They're not basic drugs, They're not. I mean, some of them even make like Hunter S. Thompson look sober. So they're scary. 15-year-olds coming up to me just like drooling out of their minds, or they're puddle hugging in front of my booth, and it's just insanity, all these designer drugs. But I also, and it probably had a lot to do with how I grew up, as far as like I was actually super shy as a kid, believe it or not. So for me, I mean, in high school and all that, I wasn't like popular. I wasn't a jock. I was just kind of like, but I was the guy who could draw like a motherfucker. So all those kids would come around Valentine's Day and whatnot and pay me $20 to draw like a Valentine's Day card for their girl or whatever, and that was my superstardom, and that's why I kind of stuck with it. Not only did I like it, but I was like, well, this isn't bad. So, and I just didn't want anything to ruin that. It was too precious to me. That was my Schmiegel with his ring, and I knew it was going to be a hell of a lot cooler to be a badass artist than it is to be a badass druggie, if that exists. I had my time of drugs, as far as I could tell. I'd rather be sober. I'm more adaptable and sober. Yeah, and you do. You think clearer. And certain times, I mean, I drink tonight. I can do that because I'm painting, and, it's a second nature to me right now what I'm doing. So it's just kind of a thing. Oh, does that go off camera? Shit, I think I drew all those leaves off camera. Maybe I should stop. No. All right. So, but I can do cool drug art. See, here we go. We were talking about LSD. It's funny, the sketch just kind of popped up, and I did this with the devil. This girl's legs are coming out of his eyes, and he's got like, her dress forms his face, and then this is like an electric blue tongue, and these are all tabs of acid that are coming off his mouth. So I forgot where the full drawing went, but sometimes I can just come up with some weird shit to fill the canvas. But so, all right, I think we got a nice tight design. This is the original sketch. And so everything was a little bit kind of crushed and a little more squished. Remember, this is going on a pipe that's vertical, so I kind of brought it it's a little wider, but a little, kind of move things apart a little. I put this orchid way back here, and so if we're going to go down with the pipe side of things, we can actually fit everything nice. Up here, that'll be a nice fit for the Genius pipe. So, all right. And I changed this. I think that looks a lot more natural and a lot more like the cat than this weird ass thing here that looked like a penis arm mushroom thing. So I changed that up a bit, and in fact, I think let's get a line going here where the fur is going to transition into plastic. And then I'll have to choose where I want the purple. It'll be purple and white stripes on the cat. So we'll do some. It'll be purple. Maybe do white down there. Did I have? How dare you use the Cockpaw? Yeah. Well, which one is it? Which one was it? What was the Cockpaw? Is it this one, or was it its head, or? Yeah, kind of. They're there, but I made them a lot more like gnarly tortoise paws and less. Oh, you're talking about that Cockpaw and the cat. Okay, I get it. Yes, I lost the Cockpaw. Sorry. You know, sometimes these things have to go. Let's ink. Let's put this shit away. Let's see. Move the iPad back with kitty cat. Let's grab the Holbein ink and jump into some black ink here. You know what? Just for you, Kairoon, I'm gonna do a special print of the sketch, the original sketch. Or I'll take a picture and I'll make a computer wallpaper for you. I'll just cut out the Cockpaw and I'll put some nice cool lettering around it, and you can have cock paper for your computer. What do you think of Bombay ink? I don't know that I've used it. Let's see. Let me look it up. Bombay ink. Have I used it? I have not. Oh, Doc Martens. Okay, I have used Doc Martens. It's a good ink. It's a little light. Like I like, you know. I mean, the whole reason for me using this is because of the opacity, but it's waterproof. So, I haven't really experimented with Doc Martens ink in many years. I know they used to use it for the comic books and stuff like that when they, you know, back in the day. But I haven't. There's actually someone that I follow that uses it very well. I think she's on my feed or when I forgot. But yeah. But yeah, it's got a nice. I like it when it's used like a watercolor and whatnot. It looks awesome. For me though, I've been doing acrylic for so long, and it just works for me. So what do we want to do here? Yeah, it looks like it'll work. Let me get a dabbing towel. You know, it's funny. I think I first used the Doc Martens inks because it was like the 90s, and I used to wear Doc Martens, so I'm like, are the inks as good as the shoe? Yeah.
No relation, right?
No relation. Holbein. Yeah, there's Holbein. So Japanese ink. Yeah, it's yeah, you got it spelt right. Yeah, Holbein. So completely waterproof, super opaque. I believe it's the most opaque ink on the market. So, you know, it just has a beautiful flow to it, and this brush does not, though. So we're gonna hop over to this guy. There we go. I gotta go brush shopping this weekend. Yeah, oops, there we go. Brush shopping? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Bra shopping. So I'm looking for stuff to do lining with my water. Yeah. So, this will do it. And in fact, you could even do if you wanted to put, like, let's say, like right here, you just wanted to maybe indicate where you're going to put some color. You could wash right over it, and it wouldn't smear it, and it would stay, and all that good stuff. So, 4 more hours left of work. Good. All right. I thought you meant, yeah, you started inking. That's going to take at least 4 hours. There we go. You got to get the ink flowing on the brush. Oh, okay, the raised texture. Yeah, I haven't used them in so long. Yeah, I might have to. I don't know if I'll ever dabble with them again, but does the texture kind of fuck with the process at all, or? I mean, like I said, there's a person that streams on here that does really awesome work with them, but I didn't know if it was like a nuisance or if that's something that maybe adds to the painting itself. Interesting surface quality, cool. Does it show when you photograph it? Because, like, for instance, if I photograph, when I photograph that to do prints, the texture of the canvas does come through in the print, and I like it. For the smaller ones, when I'm doing like big 3x4 paintings, you wouldn't be able to tell, but it definitely gives like an added effect. Yeah, there's a pen. I'll have to ask my buddy Kai. He uses this awesome pen to ink. It's refillable, reloadable, just amazing. I don't know if it's Pentec but man, it's absolutely insane brush. Brush pen. Sorry, not brush. And I forgot the name of it, but it will, this line work that I'm doing right now, it will give you that, so it's pretty crazy. I don't know that it falls under rapidograph. I think it's more of like I said, a brush pen. But the control of it and the thinness you can get on the line work and is just pretty crazy. I think Kai Martin Art is his website. He might have some samples of what he's done on there. He's inking a new children's book right now for my wife and I that my wife wrote, and that I'm going to paint over top the inks. And the pages are just coming out wicked fresh. Rapidgraphs are like technical ballpoints. Yeah, right. They're more used for, aren't they? Don't they fall under like drafting or? Oh, there you go. Sugar put it up there. Kai Martin Art. So that's a buddy. But he uses, if there's any of his black and white art on there, chances are he's using that brush. So. You know what? Let's text him. Where's he at? Kai Martin. There we go. What's that? Brush pen you use. See if he gets back to me. I'm trying to think if he's texted me any. Yeah, here we go. So you can kind of see it on here, but that's his line work. If you can see it on the web, but it's pretty insane. I mean, that's pretty tight. That's pretty zoomed in, and it's what he can or why he likes it. Here we go. What do we got? It is a Pentel pocket brush. Also a Kuretake fine line brush pen. Hang on a minute. So it's it's a Pentel pocket brush pen and a Kuretake fine line brush pen. There you go. So that's what he uses. There we go. Anything we can do to help in this here stream, we will. There we go. So we're just gonna kind of indicate that that this is actual hair. And he says when he is brush inking like I am, he uses a Winsor Newton round 01 watercolor brush. Bill Watterson used it, so I figured it would be a solid brush. So, and I do believe that is the Calvin and Hobbes artist. So yeah, brushes or whatever for me. I think my brush is like the Anne Frank of brushes or something. Like, it's so horrible, people are just looking to destroy it. Yeah. But the hairs don't fall out. It's all good. But yeah, Winsor Newton does put out some great brushes, though. Like I said, and it depends what medium you're working on. So if you're working on canvas, then it'll be, mine. I just destroy the brushes so much. Genius Pipe Steve 14 is in the house. If you guys give him a big round of applause. Woo! This stoner motherfucker. When did we get to see Happy Trees? Well, usually at the Vegas hotel room after the trade show's over.
What?
Happy Trees. He says, I can hear Sugar hacking in the background. Tell him to share the dabs. Yes, that's Sugar hacking it up.
No dabs in the background here.
How's that storm, man, in Albuquerque? Holy crap, that live video was insane. It was definitely something that, like, if it happened back in the day, it'd be like, Thor is angry. And everyone, Genius Pipe Steve here works for Genius Pipe. So the pipe that this design is for is going to go on is the company. He's one of the I don't know what he does, but he might have a proper title. They just kind of send him my way because no one else at the company wants to talk to me. So he's like artist relations. No, Steve, you can't do anything important. Go talk to Sean Dietrich. Okay. Do you like the Wicked Bob Ross? It is, man. I am the Wicked Bob Ross. Oops, let's move this cat, because yeah, that shit did look like you were about to get electrocuted, so. Oh, shit! Cigar Czar's here. What's up, buddy? Glad you could pop in here. Sorry I was gone for a week and a half. Family reunion. Like I said, when I logged on last night, the amount of junkie-like affection for where are you? Like, was very flattering, and I thank you guys so much. So, yeah, dude, how you doing? How you doing? I had a good family reunion, but it's time to not see them for a while. No, they're good. I'll tell you, I was more marketing director. That's it. Oh, that's what. Oh, Genius Steve is a marketing director. Oh shit, I had no idea. All right, now. He actually is when we do Instagram Live, and he introduces the fact that I'll be live streaming. Steve is the one that takes his time out of his long day to hang out with me for a few minutes on Instagram. So, but yes, my family reunion was completely anxiety ridden. I have never in the last 20 years had a week off where I didn't do anything. So I'm like, what do I do? And I literally, like, one day there was a poker tournament going on amongst the family members, and I don't play poker. So I'm like, there's a coffee stand right down the street about a quarter mile away. I ended up driving to the one a half hour away just to get the hell out of there. So I just didn't know what to do with myself, and I was like, oh my God, I got to paint, I got to do business, I got to, there's so much shit going on. And But now I'm back in my comfort zone, and I have M&Ms, and I have PBR, and cigars are just here 200 bits. Holy shit! And there's that like, is that Asian guy trying to give like take a dick? No, that's one of the old school. Oh, PogChamp. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was quite an experience. Ate like a king though. We went crabbing, got a bunch of Dungeness crab, and we got oysters. The oysters are about yay big. That just are on the shore, right outside my in-laws' house. So you just walk right out there, and then we fried up a bunch of oysters. And he had gone prawning earlier this year, so we had a bunch of prawns that we thawed and made skewers out of. And I'm getting hungry thinking about it. But I am glad to be back in my element here, just painting and streaming and making fun of Genius Steve. Or who was the Yacht Rock guy? That's Hollywood Steve, right? Yeah. Genius Steve. You got to look up Yacht Rock on YouTube. Hollywood Steve. I think he's related to you. But if you ever wanted to watch like a 21-part series on like how, or 12, whatever. Sorry, dyslexic. Yacht Rock. There you go. Why does every streamer talk about food? Because we don't get fed, you know, until we do our work. It's a very common thing. I mean, I cannot talk about food. I'm doing a painting about a Chinese restaurant cat. I think food is appropriate here. It's very appropriate. There we go. All right. Inkin. Yacht Rock. Yeah, DJ Sugar's got it. It is funny, like I know with like Jim Lee on his stream, one of the big things is he like orders like Uber Eats or some shit, but he'll order like 3 egg rolls or some shit, and it's like a thing to watch him eat egg rolls. Or I think it's just weird. No egg roll eating. He's all, fuck you. Steve's the man, though. Any requests I have, anything I need from... He is?
I don't know what he said.
Yes, take the call. No. Oh, I'm calling Sugar right now. Okay, all right, call him. We'll put you on speakerphone so everybody can hear your sexy Albuquerque voice.
I'm rarely ever asleep, bro. That's called in the zone, motherfucker.
That'll have to be a feature. Once I figure out having call-ins on this thing, we'll just have people call in and recite a poem or sing a song or.
I am smoking some fucking green.
What have you been up to, Cigarzar? Wife back in town? You're done raging? Done hitting every dive bar in a 500-mile radius, or anything exciting? Okay, right. You can do it through Discord. Oh, that's right. That's right. I might have to do that. We might have to have a. We'll have to come up with something. Something. Who cares? Oh dear. Oh, Sugar's run off. He's got Genius Steve on the phone now, so they're just gonna talk weed and giggle like girls for the next hour. It was so green. Yeah. They're like that. Alright. Oh, look at that. He almost looks like the Lorax is one of those cats. Working hard, going to Aspen, Moab, Mirror Lake in a week. I'll send you a picture. Oh, cool. I've been to Glenwood Springs. Wait, I'm sorry. Halfway between Glenwood Springs and Aspen is Woody Creek, where Hunter S. Thompson used to drink. If you can make a pilgrimage there, highly recommend it. It will be worth your time, and you get to drink where one of the greats used to drink. And the place is decked out, if you haven't been there before already. So I have been to Moab. My buddy used to live there, and we were driving on our way to Cannabis Cup, I think, in Denver, and we stopped in Moab. He actually lived there for a while and wrote his one of his first art books there. Yeah. Do you test brushes till you find something you really like, or how do you do it? No. I just pick up a brush, and if it's a liner brush like this, I'll make it work. That it just comes down to brush control, and like I said, as long as the hairs aren't falling out of the brush, I'll make it work. So, yeah, it's Woody Creek. It's the Woody Creek Tavern, and so if you Google Woody Creek Tavern, Hunter S. Thompson, there should be their website, and just Google it from there. But the last time I went, they let me sit in Hunter's seat. They gave me the bottle of whiskey. They told me about the whole history. I met a bunch of Hunter's old friends. This was after his suicide, of course, but it was just awesome. And when you first go there, like I thought it was gonna be like a bunch of moose hunters, like aiming guns at me, like, "What are you doing here, City Slicker?" But it actually is like a tourist trap. And I was talking to the bartender, and I said, "Well, yeah, I'm an artist, and I'm touring, and Hunter's a big influence. I had to come by, and as I'm sure that's why everybody else is here." And he said, "Do you have a curfew?" And I said, "Absolutely not." And he's like, "Cool." He's like, "Give it about an hour, 8:30, everybody will clear out. 9 o'clock, all the locals come in to drink, because they know when the tourists clear out." And I'm like, "Oh, that is awesome." Let's get to some of these questions. Okay, I don't test the brushes. This is on canvas. And the warmer is not on. It's now a coaster. And I'm just doing things, like what? Like he doesn't do drugs. He warms his beer. I'm just doing things to fuck with you, man, It's all good. I want you to come away with this experience with just nervous tics, and I can't watch that guy anymore. No, so yeah, the warmer's not on. Hot PBR is definitely not good. Although I have drank it before, and whatever, it's shit beer. Some shit beers actually do taste better warm than they do cold. I mean, a lot of times it's the cold that actually kills the shitty taste. But like with absinthe, sometimes you chill your absinthe and it gets rid of that anise taste. It kind of lessens the licorice taste from the anise and the at least the stuff that my buddy distills in San Diego. Oh yeah, 181 proof orange absinthe, divine, and quite scary. That was the stuff that I think I told the story maybe one of my earlier streams, but I had every year we have a pretty epic Halloween party. My wife likes to do all sorts of decorating and builds these giant spider sculptures, and she has these creepy dolls that she blowtorches their faces off and all that. So she's a very stable girl. So we had this guy come over, and he was really ridiculous, out of control, drunk. It's 50 Jack, let's do shots. I said, all right, dude. So I gave him a shot of absinthe, stood there, looked confused. This girl was like, okay, it's time to go. And I'm like, have fun. And then that night, when they went back to her parents' house, he just took a shit on their front doorstep. So absinthe in the wrong hands can get you in trouble with the in-laws. That was funny, though. I heard that story like a couple days later, and I'm like, you got what you deserved. Maybe that'll be the next painting. Kidding. Let's see here. Some of these lines are like overlapping in weird ways, and I'm like, is that the flower or the tentacle? So I did keep the octopus tentacles because there's just something about them that I don't know. Anything with octopus tentacles in it sells. Not that it was a complete marketing ploy, but because it does fit the whole you know, thing, but it's just a thing now. Oh my God, there's an octopus in there. I gotta have it. I've heard that so many times at festivals. They don't care what it's about. It could be like some guy bludgeoning another guy to death. But he's doing it with an octopus tentacle, and so we simply have to own it. There we go. Cigars are, I thought about smoking those cigars with my brother-in-laws, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I got to keep them. I don't think that was special enough of an occasion. Damn moth. So I still have them, but I was thinking about them. You know, I'm working on a few really big deals right now, and if I can pull them off, one in particular is going to be worth smoking one of those cigars. So, but I want them to be memorable, and I want them to. We're puffing a cigar. I didn't inhale. So yeah. And knowing my brother-in-laws, they would just want to like roll a blunt out of it. So I was like, nah. Kept them at home. There we go. Panda! Oh, hi! I sent them with Humi packs. This is how they, well, unless they were in there and I didn't know what the hell they were, but this is what they're right here, like literally next to me. But they're in plastic. Is that the Humi pack? How you doing, Panda? I'm working on, I got the turtle in. It was like this weird Asian snapping turtle that I referenced, so. This big just jaw, got his little tongue sticking out, and he's ready. He's just, he's aiming at something. Something delicious. There we go. Am I on? Yeah, okay. Okay. I see. I love them. Cool. I think it's on a Ziploc with humidified pack, but your climate's good. Maybe you did. I think maybe I just tore the damn thing open and was like, yay! And then whatever. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to tell me if I need to do something special to hang on to them for a while. Like I said, I am going. I'll be signing at the smoker friendly. I did re-sign my OCB rolling paper contract yesterday. I just got it back in the mail today, signed by the legal team. So I am officially re-signed with OCB rolling papers for the next year. So I will be going to trade shows and signing trays and all that good stuff. So smoker friendly in Denver next month is. I'll be in Denver the 23rd and 24th of August, and that is a big. They do have a huge in this convention. They have a big cigar section. So if there's anything in particular I need, I'm sure these booths have it, and I can trade for it. So yeah, I blame Cthulhu for the obsession with tentacles. Maybe. Shit, we just made a really funny Cthulhu reference the other day. I'll try and think of it, but yeah, maybe. I like Cthulhu. He's a cool dude. But yes, anything Cthulhu sells too, and is just, can you do, you know? Or if people see it, yeah, they're like, oh, tentacles must be Cthulhu, and you're like, it is literally an octopus. All right. Man, Sugar is talking with Genius Steve about weed for a long time. They probably forgot like what they said like 5 minutes ago, and then they're just repeating themselves over. There we go. Cat Lady is going to go bonkers for this job. Yeah, this could be an internet sensation, right? Yeah. I've done that sometimes, for sure. Is this blah blah? Sure is. Okay, I'll get it. Damn right. Like whatever you see in it, because some people, whatever. I have my story as to why I paint a painting or what it means or whatnot, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong when someone else sees something else in it. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of it. And with weird shit like this, there's no set story. It was, what the hell was that? No. There's just something weird crawling on the floor in my studio. I live in the country, so we do have rodents and rats and but I have a terrier-like dog in the studio. So if one did come in here, she would flip the fuck out. But yeah, I mean anything like this, it's like kind of come up with your own, the cat's guarding the poker game the queen's playing. It could be, and it would be funny, kind of like what I'm doing with the World War II one, where it's the whale, the mosquito, multiple paintings that are gonna kind of become a bigger painting. Maybe in the long run, I could, down the road, just do one big painting that incorporated everything, and that might be kind of cool. And why does my stream look like it's just paused? Even though my internet says it's really awesome. Oh shit. Let's see if the internet crashes. Let's kill that. Well, this isn't good. Oh, internet's back up to green. Let's see. Sorry, guys. It looks like it's, at least on my thing, it looks like it's, let me know if it stays like this for a while. I got that wheel of anger on my video preview, so. He called it the Cockpaw. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did change it. I'll put it up here, even though my, if the net doesn't, whatever. But yeah, this was a little Cockpaw, and then I made it more look like a, the actual cat. So let me refresh this chat real quick. So hold off on doing messages for a minute. My internet is all over the place here. It's not even loading Twitch. Come on. This is my gig service. This is what I get. There we go. Did it work? Did it work? Live? Yeah, here we are. Okay, all right, it reloaded for me. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Always some fun technical difficulties with streaming. There we go. All right. Let's get this turtle linked in since everybody was outside of the Cockpaw. This was the second favorite thing on this design, so it still doesn't mean that, like, Random Eyeballs was in the running for the name of the painting. I mean, I don't, maybe Cockpaw might be the name of the painting. Yeah, there was a lot of, like, little penis things in here. These things and this and the vagina flowers, and there was, this thing was just going the H.R. Giger, cock painting, whether you wanted it or not. So I love the process because, and especially with this one, because it's you guys helped design it. So it's if things if penises just show up, that's partly your fault. So you're all a bunch of perverts. And but you know, you're cool. You can hang out. Oops. Yeah, I mean that's why I got into live art back in the day. Is I love showing the process off because it's you know, you go into museums, you go into, it's kind of like, how the hell they do that? Well, here you go. And sometimes it's easier than if you're well, it's easier a lot of times for an artist to kind of watch another artist, maybe if they have a similar style or they're trying to, you know, do a certain technique that it'll
That was tonight.
oh yeah, that thing you did. Oh, now I see how you can do that. As far as like maybe getting a wash or a technique, or how many people knew about Holbein being completely waterproof ink so you can wash over top of it. So yeah, I'm hoping you know. You open that ink up yet, Cigar Czar? You know that question was coming. Or is it still just a shrine? Yeah, turtle was originally a fish, and then I drew it and it looked like a turtle, and Panda was like, we're hella going to do a turtle, and I said, we hella are now, so I'm super happy about that. I like turtles anyway. I think they're cool. And I think a turtle head has a little more vibrancy than just like a dead fish head. I think this turtle breathes a little bit more life into the painting than just some scummy looking fish head. All right. There we go. We'll make that nice and sharp. There we go. That's your finger's mine. Bottom mandible right there. Yeah. My bottle of Holbein's still a revered object. I'm too afraid to touch. Yeah, I do buy the super black opaque, and it's I buy it on Amazon because I think there's someone there who sells it on Prime. I'm a Prime member. That's all right if you want to take that beautiful Japanese ink and continue to use it as a paperweight. But you know, I still keep forgetting to order a fresh bottle, so one day I may just be like, you know what, mail that shit out to me if you're not going to use it. But I haven't had, there's plenty of ink in there. I got another painting or two out of this bottle. It's amazing how far it'll go, you know. This is a 0. That is a 0 liner brush. Let's see here. There we go. 0. So it's a very, very thin, just, you know, about 15 human hairs worth of, you know. Yeah, the ink's amazing. It's Sergio Aragonés uses it. Talked about the rep at Comic-Con, and I wasn't at Comic-Con last week either in San Diego, so I wonder if the rep was walking around. Sean, I have your ink. I'd like to get a sponsor out of them. I might have to hit them up and just be like, look, just send me cases of this shit because I use it. I'm working on Adidas. I'm tired of buying shoes. That's how I shop for my sponsors for my tours. I'm like, what am I tired of buying? That'll work. All right, we'll get this orchid right here. The Cockpaw. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I don't know if I'm a master, but 20 years of brush control for sure will, you know, let you dance with this ink pretty well. There we go. They should be. Yeah, I mean, you know, each year I do get companies that give me about, you know, anywhere between like $25,000 and $30,000 to go on tour. So it's sponsorship is out there. I mean, it's, you know, I got tired of paying for shit, and then I went, you know what? I'm in front of like 2 million people a year, live painting, hyping it up, bringing the party. It's fun. Everybody's hanging out, drinking beers, having a good time, listening to great music. That's got to have some sort of commercial appeal to a corporation or to a company trying to get their product out there, especially in a fun environment. And that's when I really started developing my first sponsor packet about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I forgot when I got my first sponsor, but yeah, I sent the packet out, and it was crazy because one of the first people that we touched, base with, bought the $20,000 sponsorship, and that included their name painted on the side of the motorhome, swag, social media posts. I mean, I have a pretty cool. It included an original painting, you know, whatever limited edition print that I did, they got to keep the original. So, you know, as well as them paying for a sponsorship, they're getting an asset for their company, which is a piece of original art. You know, because if you buy artwork as a company, that does not go on your expense sheet. According to my friend Daniel, thank you, from New Context, Lean Cybersecurity. There's a plug for him. All right, so we got that tentacle. I'm gonna buy some and make you something with it. Awesome. There you go. See? And then he's gonna get it, and his bottle is gonna feel lonely, and he's gonna be like, "All right, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna open up this bottle finally and paint something." We should co-stream, dude. We should. When you open that bottle, you should stream it and let me co-stream with you. And I'll have you just pick a topic, and I'll paint. We'll paint. You know, it's your first Holbein bottle, your virgin ink bottle. So we'll paint inky virgins. That'll be the theme. Yeah, little knot where that meets. I love orchids. They're cool plants. I tried to grow one once. That's not cool. And you could do a cigar review too on one of those cigars I have. I like the concept. I think you got a cool thing, like drawing and doing cigar reviews, or painting, or whatever you're gonna do, digital or. I like mashups like that, you know, kind of like having Sugar, wherever the fuck he is, working on music in the background, and then, you know, and then that ends up in a time lapse that I do. So it's not only is it like the art process, but it's like other aspects of my studio you get to see, and just to say, hey, look, we're building this whole community of musicians and artists and all sorts of good stuff. And starting next week, we're doing a big fundraiser for the studio to help. I got some new equipment I need to buy, but I have about 6 new people I need to bring on. So we're gonna raise some capital for this studio, mainly online on the website and whatnot. But there'll definitely be some perks and prizes, and I'll do some advertising on Twitch for it. But yeah, we're gonna do a pretty official launch as far as like building up maybe one of the world's first. I don't know. I've never found a
Yeah,
studio like that.
got,
But
hey! Genius fight.
There's the genius fight. What are you drinking?
It's like a Karma lemonade.
It's like a Mike's Hard Lemonade with a gay American shirt. Oh, all right. Karma Lemonade. Here, let's show everybody. Karma Lemonade. Here, let me show you. There's some scary shit. No, show you. There you go. I want to show these weirdos what kind of weirdo was on. Here's American flag T-shirt. Everybody catch that? There we go. Patriotic. I only hang with the most patriotic potheads.
Patriotic potheads.
There you go. That's the biker group we're going to form. That made his night. That makes Albuquerque cool.
You make Albuquerque.
Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so this weekend and this last few weeks, I've actually been doing a lot of brainstorming and getting like the whole proposal together for a few investors and whatnot. And but actually going to launch, the first phase in building this studio up as the kind of first one-stop shop for artists. So over the next few years, I'll be signing artists and we'll be handling everything. So everything from touring to manufacturing, like if you're an artist and you don't know what to do, we'll have legal advice, business advice. Just having everything and everyone on staff that will be able to help an artist out. And that's going to be kind of the end game for the studio. So right now, a lot of new connections have come through, and this could definitely become a reality pretty quick. So, and it's kind of, my thing is to like counter a lot of the art schools that they want $100,000 to go there for a degree and offer no business courses and offer, very minimal support outside of the classes. So everything from webinars that we're developing to business books to, you name it. So there we go. Oh, I like that orchid. He's a cool dude. Cool dude. What do we got? Tier 10 tournament in my World of Tanks clan. Nerdcore. Alright. There we go. And we'll just indicate a little bit of the veins here just to, once I erase the pencil, give it some direction. There we go. I really like this piece. And thank you guys for helping me design this last night and kind of brainstorm through this sketch. It's funny how it played out, because I remember telling you guys about how I'm going to do the 2020, as we kick off the Roaring 20s, I'm going to do a year of let the fans dictate what I paint. And last night, just, we're going to spend a year prepping and promoting it and getting everything together. And then I think last night was proof of concept. I think, throwing ideas out there and coming up with, what was it, Nana came up with the concept of having this as the Chinese restaurant cat was very cool. And then everybody kind of jumping in, and the fish looks like a turtle. Let's do a turtle. Sorry, Cockpaw, you got vetoed, but, at least I considered you for a night. But I think it's proof of concept. I think it's a very good thing, because, it's not only about just, like, letting fans, like, dictate what I paint, but, like, people who can't draw, or people who have, there's a lot of people. That's one thing I hear a lot is, man, I got this vision in my head of something, I just can't get it out on paper. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. Stuff like that, but also being able to challenge people, like, no, I'm not going to draw Boba Fett or stormtroopers or any of that horse shit. Like, we got to come up with some really cool paintings, and based off of some serious research and your own actual thoughts. So I think it'll be a cool little project, you know. Yes, the calendar for sure. I like that idea too, and that'll be obviously, you know, we can do that at the end of this year. Is it, you know, it doesn't have to wait. But you know, I with the let the fans dictate year, I want to publish all that in an actual art book, so that might be a nice little coffee table book. To collect all the paintings that occur that year. Oh, the Steve is off the phone. Genius Steve. He had to take another call. The other drunk guy he called before calling you. Yeah. That guy didn't answer. You know.
He made watermelon gummies that were 50 milligrams of THC.
Jesus. 50.
Had 3 of them the other day.
Oh my gosh. Cockpaw. Uh-oh, little dime bag busting out. There we go. Holy shit, I think we did the outline. Woo! Alright. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like it. This is going to be a fun one, because it's weird, but it's a kitty cat, which means it'll go viral on the internet. And there's food. It's food and cat.
It's fucking demonic as hell, too.
It is kind of demonic. It's like, did they sacrifice a turtle and some octopus with demon orchids and this, like...
Those teeth are like fucking...
rapid fire teeth.
Like piranha teeth.
Yeah. Alright. Admire for a minute. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, so I think we have a nice, we have nice flow with the painting. Kind of kicks back, you know, comes down. And you have eyeballs kind of radiating from behind, you know, circle it right back again up through here. So I think we have a nice flow in the painting. And background, I'm probably going to do it like the 50s painting. I'm going to paint this, and you know, I'll throw in the yellow wash or whatever. And then I'm going to do like the red and the gold. And I think I have some actual metallic paint. So yeah, please tell me you're going to have some faux gold going on in this for sure. I do have some metallic paint I think would look really bitchin'. In fact, I'll do you one further. I will get I think I'm going to go all out and frame this one. And I'll get a bitchin' like a Baroque gold frame to put this thing in. And I think that'll look pretty smooth. So, yeah, that'll be a fun one. You know, because it is such a feature at, like, the restaurant. Or, you know, it's like, oh, it's the cat. But like all Chinese restaurants, like the artwork on the wall is like epic. It's like, you know, hand-carved shit coming out of the wall and elephants, and it's all just, they just have badass art. What it comes down to. Alright, so we'll do the erase. We are now at what I like to call the coloring book phase. Because that is what it looks like, and if I showed it to my 6-year-old, he would be like, did you print me a coloring page? Back off, man. I did not. Alright. Yeah, I think we could, yeah, let me look around and see what I have, too. Wait, I think I have, oh, hang on. I got some shit I might be able to use. Go. Oh, I gotta sweep the floor. Yeah, you know, it's just I paint them so fast. I don't have the time to like get them shot and released as coloring books. My buddy Vincent put a coloring book out, and he hand traced, like retraced a lot of his paintings for the book, and you guys are cool and all, but I am not doing that for you. It was nuts, but it came out like pretty ridiculous coloring book. I do have some of this. Hang on one second. Yeah, which maybe I could do a stencil, but I have some of this. It's like hammered gold, so it's like a cracked gold, and I actually have a fleur de lis stencil that's going to go in between the thin stripe here on the back wall, because those stripes are actually that really thick cracked gold wallpaper, and in between, I lived in New Orleans for 3 years, so each side's going to have three fleur de lis to represent every year I lived in New Orleans. And then we're going to sponge it on with like this cracked, kind of hammered gold paint. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that in the background and find some sort of stencil that isn't too cheesy or sounds like a David Lynch film. All right. We're at coloring book phase. I'm going to go ahead and stop. I know I've only been on for, 2 hours, but I really want to, I've got a few other things to do tonight, but I will dive right into this. I'm going to try and get on 8 p.m. tomorrow and really crush it with the coloring since tomorrow is Friday, and start dropping in the color. I need a day to kind of sit with this as well and figure out, like, do I want blue orchids with the orange octopus and then do the reds and golds in the background. But yeah, but we're here, we got it. I'll hold it up flat to the camera so you can see it, and I like it. I think it's a pretty funny piece. It's very weird, and you would never know. Again, you would never know it was Alice in Wonderland inspired until I tell the story. So I think it's really cool to, kind of own it as well as its own entity and its own thing, as opposed to saying, oh, it's part of a series for, but I think it'll fit nicely on the Genius pipe as well, so we'll have a nice vertical there. But cool. I'm going to call it an evening. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I appreciate the cheers. And I will be on, and tomorrow I'll try and figure out my schedule. Like I said, Cigar Czar, I know you're a couple hours ahead. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, or maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and go on at like 7 and do like a longer stream, and that way the East Coasters and whatnot can, maybe I can pick a few more of those up, but people don't have to stay up till 4 in the morning and watch me paint or whatnot. So I'll figure that out, and then maybe, because I do want to pick a day where I do maybe like a day stream as well and kind of spread it out. So, and it really kind of, like I said, next week we're launching a huge fundraiser for the studio. There'll be details about that on my website and whatnot if you guys want to hop on and pick up some prints, support the studio. I will have some deals coming out, some package deals, subscription deals, kind of like Patreon, but through my website, where you can pay a certain amount and you will get every release that I do this year as a signed numbered print, stuff like that. So all that information is to come, but I want to make sure that I get a couple of longer streams that I get on a little bit earlier to appease the East Coast folk, and then we're going to drop some color on this motherfucker tomorrow. So thank you guys, and who's on? Maybe we can raid somebody. There's like 3 of you. Let's see. Invalid username. What? Who's on? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Oh, Journeyman's on. Let's go check him out. Yeah, J-Man's live. Cool. All right. I cannot raid this channel. That's been happening a lot lately. I did that with Swayze last time, and he's like, "No, dude, you could raid," and it just didn't happen. There we go. We'll raid Jub Jub, and then I'll probably just hop over to Journeyman. Woo. All right. Cool. I'm stoked on this painting. It's going to be super fun. And away we go. Thank you guys again. I will see you tomorrow night. Cheers to you. The Jub. Wait, where'd he go?
I have no idea what that means.
He used to run GTA. He's a runner. He's a dark sports.
Where'd he go? Wait.
He also used to run GTA. He's amazing.
Fucking dancing and throwing my fucking little Mario hat. Yeah. Woo! Shit. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, thanks so much, Sean. Someone here, someone. Yeah, Summers.
Yeah, what's up, Sean? How you doing, man? How's your night going, dude?